Get the alpha, be the alpha.
With the Strafe Esports app, follow your favorite teams and players, and you'll never miss a match again. Strafe, everything esports. Download now on iOS and Android.
Ahoy, mateys, and welcome back to the panel. We've got another best of one on the horizon. It's OG versus Newbee, the Euro squad going up against the Chinese squad for elimination and life in the tournament. Suns fan, hit us with the business. How do you feel?
Great. I just ate some sour cream and onion chips, so I'm ready to go, Zayori.
I'm glad. How do you feel about this matchup, my friend? Who do you feel is the favorite of OG versus Newbee?
In a best of one, there are no favorites. If it was a best of three,
I think the bookkeepers out there would disagree with you. There are favorites in every match, my friend.
All right, well said, Zaire. You got me there. That's a real zinger. If I had to choose, so at the beginning of the tournament, I thought I already said this, but I'll just reiterate. As far as a 1 to 5, just pure roster, I think OG has the best in the entire world, from both a chemistry standpoint and a skill standpoint. But of course, it's a new patch. Who knows who picks up things faster than others? See VP finally picking Beastmaster after we thought they would do it right away, and now I would say they're dominant, but still a little too early to tell. I'm going to say OG probably has a little bit of an edge from my perspective because they're just good at picking up these new, like just as an example, any captain's draft or elimination modes we've done with like these weird game modes. Fly and No Tail specifically are very good at winning those tournaments because they have a wide array of
In fact,
heroes.
a little anecdote. Once we invited them to a show match, they assumed it was some sort of ridiculous mode. And when we said, no, it's just captain's mode, they said, oh, we don't want to play anymore. Right. We only wanted to play if this is one of these crazy Moonduck modes that makes no sense. So that just speaks to their interest in trying to uncover new strategies, new combos, and approach that stress. Oh, well said, Suns fan. I agree with you.
That's a first. Thank you.
Yeah,
Trent, do you agree with me? And Zayori?
Not everything you said.
Okay.
I agree that they have shown to be very strong in terms of versatility, picking up quicker on these patches maybe than others, picking up on those different game modes. Haven't seen that here, though. I mean, this was a case where maybe I would have said that maybe day one, and then after watching
again, I said I'm reiterating what I said day one. I'm not.
Sorry,
I'm not
it was
one of
just
those
so
guys
long-winded. I have a hard time remembering the beginning of it.
I'm not a bandwagon jumper. I stick to my gun. I'm a Suns fan after all.
That's
they may
true.
be the worst team in the league, but I'm still a fan. Okay, that's just how it is.
Okay.
Now, as far as their lineup is concerned, the only real question mark before the Dota 2 circuit officially started was resolution in mid. Obviously, he used to play mid for Empire. He was super strong. I think as far as a carry, he was probably a better carry than he was a mid. But in the past few games we've been seeing him, he's been playing carry heroes mid.
Yeah.
So maybe not that big of a change after all.
No, I think we're going to see a lot of that too, right?
Yeah.
The Terrorblade can still be doing that. Someone like the Razor can still be considered a pretty good carry, of course. And then we're going to be seeing plenty of Viper, I'm sure, over the next couple of months if nothing changes from the current state he's in right now. So expect a lot of farm on those mid laners. We already know there's some great like kind of team fight control heroes coming out of the mid or the off lane rather. That was something that's been kind of missing for a bit. Felt like it was basically just Puck. If it wasn't Puck, you had some like Nature's Prophet or something who doesn't really offer that much in terms of control. You had to find it in your 4 role through those Earth Spirits or Tusks, and the 4 role's not so cool anymore. I do agree with some of the stuff we've said. It feels much more about the mid and the safe laner.
Slardar, last game was 700 move speed in the river. I don't know if you saw that game, Trent.
It was pretty fast. He was
Pretty good.
He could have got pulled over.
Also confirmed there is no water in the Roche pit, so the movement speed is not going to be a factor.
There's
so for that
cracks in the
300 unit area, you're saying he can't go 700 move speed.
Hey,
Is that
man,
correct?
I don't know. Something about running
Snatch
in
that
circles in the
Aegis.
Roche pit.
You never know.
I think it
Fair
could have
enough.
been something,
In and
Suns
out.
fan. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, hey.
But
Snuggling up here.
it's been a oh yeah, look at that.
Look at that.
Look at that.
Who looks more determined here? They look way more fun and jokey over the side of
That's
OG.
a good boy,
Newbie are
KP.
lining up for just another photo shoot. They always
Good
have sick
boy.
photo shoots. Those,
Yeah, they do.
Those Chinese teams. So they're just another one for them, man. They
I
don't
mean, they're
practice
legit.
this.
They have the best cosmetics. I mean, Chinese teams,
No.
what's not to love?
You know what it is about newbies? They have the best like swag, like the outfits and everything. That's cool, like short sleeve hoodies. You saw the jackets right there.
Even the Newbie logo is pretty cool.
Yeah,
it's some
it's
sort of
pretty
like
nice.
Spartan-esque knight with a big old
It's
sword.
like, hey, Empire, check this out. It looks even cooler.
Hey, Empire, you thought you were cool.
Their sweaters are very, what's the word? It's like those old time, like 80s jackets.
It's
that
like
you
a
wear in school.
Letterman jacket.
There you
I
go.
know you didn't play sports, so you wouldn't know what a Letterman jacket is.
Hey,
but
we talked about this. I did play sport, but then I got introduced to
Hey,
Half-Life,
are you not gonna
and then I
say?
got fat.
Are you
What?
not going to say what you played?
I played basketball and then a side of tennis.
Tennis. Can you believe that?
Hey, I used to be very
I
athletic.
can,
Other than the jumping aspect of basketball, I was extremely athletic. I scored 52 points in a basketball game once.
Really?
Yes.
Threes? Could you shoot threes?
I made 16 threes that game.
But there's no context of who
11
you were
in a
playing
row.
against.
I was playing
Hey, that's
against
still
the best
impressive.
of the 8th grade. It was in 8th grade. And then I booted up Half-Life for the first time, and then
It was
this, is
all
not, this
over.
is not even a joke. I literally got fat that first year,
Yeah.
and I couldn't even try out for the team because it was just too much
It was
strain on my
over.
heart. My heart couldn't take it. I was actually afraid of getting a heart attack. So from there, my esports career began and then ended shortly thereafter.
You can't make this shit up. I was in
No,
8th grade. I was
100%
afraid
true.
I would have a heart attack, so I had to quit playing sports. That is
the heart attack thing is a little bit of a
the
an
most
exaggeration.
Suns fan thing I've ever heard in my
All
life.
I'm saying is I tried out for the team. It was
right.
too difficult. I quit after one day.
Well, hopefully you don't quit on us today, Suns fan, because we're going to need you for analysis in this series. Newbee, of course, they got knocked down to the lower bracket by none other than Liquid. Oh, yeah, that was it, the 2-0. That was
The TI.
that was
the repeat.
That was a tough series.
Yeah.
It was just as brutal as the TI Grand Finals, I think.
I guess in the first series, though, something I would probably highlight for Newbie was I thought SCCC played quite well.
You mean against
good?
SG? That
yeah,
first
yeah,
series?
very first series. He was on fire. He was on point.
What's everybody's favorite pronunciation, by the way? Let's go down the line.
I just
here.
go
Start
with
with
it.
Sayori.
What, SCCC?
Yes.
That's it?
Okay. Trent.
I
same?
go like SCCC. Try and get it like,
Okay. I know some people say S-triple-C.
and that's a no. That's a negative.
I'm just SC. That's too many letters, man. It's too many letters in succession. It's just at some point you got to say that's not acceptable anymore. Two is the limit.
Sorry.
Two is the limit.
Well, you need to have a conversation with your friend Brax.
if it's-
X.
Well, we don't.
That's a good
He doesn't
point.
actually go by that name though. Like Ice is the one constant that it's 3 words, not letters, not consonants, just 3. It's SC. StarCraft.
Okay. Well, you hear it. You heard it from Suns fan.
I'm glad you
So it's,
decided that for him. That's very nice of you. Thank you.
No problem.
Can we
guys.
talk about heroes going into this match?
Sure.
Key heroes in the
I'd
OG.
love to talk about Centaur if you'd like.
in the OG Newbie. Well,
Marana.
Centaur could maybe make a face. We did see Centaur once this tournament. Who was it that played him? We've had enough games now that my memory is
S4
eluding me.
picked him once. I know because he was using the Great
Oh.
Suns fan set.
Yeah, that was in the series that knocked them down to the lower bracket. They picked
Wow.
it in game 2 against
mean,
Vici.
I told him not to pick Centaur. I mean, he looks cool, but he's
Those
a pretty
level 10
garbage.
talents are just too bad.
Now, if you're going for the late game and you pick up a refresher shard along with a refresher rune, and you have Ags, I mean, we're talking a lot of farm here. Just make it to 60 minutes with Centaur. Somehow, you have to make it to 60 minutes. And once you do, 3 ultimates. Think of the possibilities.
Think of them. I mean, can you imagine? Wow.
of them.
Let me just take the same circumstance with the other 112 heroes or so.
No. The Stampede is the best. That's
Okay.
his one.
All right.
That's his one saving grace for.
Even
For-
though
You know,
Centaur.
Darkseer can level 20 just AoE surge his team now. How does that make you feel?
I know.
Do you feel like that's an affront to
well,
Centaur?
with Centaur,
It's an
about
insult.
it's the damage reduction.
Ice Frog.
right?
I
Isn't
mean,
that the-
when I read that, I first thought Ice Frog is actually insulting me right now
Yeah.
by putting this in the game. He's literally giving a Stampede on what's the cooldown? Like 10 seconds.
how
surge.
highly
Yeah.
you know yourself, Suns fan. You
That
read
sounds
the
like
patch
a,
notes.
Sounds like a swindle quote.
It is actually
Okay.
well done, very
Man.
astute.
Dude, be careful with those quotes.
You
They
read-
generally they turn the other way, like NA best region. Now that ended fast. That got out of there very
Who
quickly.
saw that one coming,
so,
guys? Honestly.
I just love
guess that
that
means
mentality.
Centaur will get buffed.
You
Okay.
identify with Centaur so much that you read the patch notes and think this is a personal slight against me.
I mean, look at Omni Knight. Look at his talents and how they love Slacks. They hate me.
They do love
It-
Slacks.
I mean, it makes sense.
Hey, Artifact still follows you.
That's
That's
They
true.
don't hate you that much.
Artifact
you know?
follows 2 people on Twitter, Suns fan and Sir Action Slacks.
I think mine is more of a meme. For him, it's actually a real follow.
Well,
I feel like they're piggybacking off of Slacks.
Well, I have heard that Gabe does like fails of the week.
He used to.
He used to.
then the gentleman episode happened.
Yeah, the gentleman episode. I am so sorry.
One of those dislikes is Gabe Newell. I cannot handle any
If
more
you want to
of
look
this.
for the most disliked video on Dota Cinema, it's 4,000 dislikes. Is the Gentleman's Fails episode? It was.
Gracious.
It's the most fun I've ever had, though.
That's good. Sometimes you got to let loose.
I agree.
Sometimes you got to untuck that shirt, right?
Well, I never tuck the shirt in to begin with. So that's a terrible analogy, Zaire. Thanks.
Yeah, great.
Where were we? Heroes.
Yeah,
Yes.
so
yes.
I think Beastmaster.
All right, we got 6 here. All right,
Oh,
let's lay them out here.
Beastmaster.
Beastmaster 1.
Beastmaster's
Done.
going to be banned.
Wyvern done.
Earth Spirit.
Banned. Earth Spirit done.
Bane?
Banned. Bane. I'm
Bane.
iffy. We'll give him 4. We'll ban 4.
Okay.
All right.
What else?
I could maybe see Mirana slipping up there. I feel like she's super strong and she's very flexible. There's a couple different options there. Safe lane, mid, possible off lane roles that you could do. Echo tri-lane kind of shenanigans, pairings with Bane and stuff.
We have
what
seen-
about the other big ones that we've been taking out of the beginning? Like Night Stalker, I guess, is still up there. Io,
Yeah.
okay,
We ha-
5.
we have seen
Io.
Haven't
Puck
we seen that much IO ban?
there.
Yeah, but it's
No.
OG.
It's
I
true.
mean, is that
It's
who you're
true.
going to give it to? No thanks.
Yeah, that's definitely.
And then
a good point.
Lich.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Keep in mind,
Dunzo.
Newbee actually banned Beastmaster against VP after they said they didn't like it.
They
That
also,
was Liquid, by the way.
yeah, they banned it against
What
Liquid.
did I say?
You said VP.
Oh,
Liquid
VP.
are the
Yeah,
ones
yeah.
who said they
They
didn't
banned it
like it.
against
You're right.
Liquid.
I misquoted Liquid
Yes.
for VP. I've
Yes.
done that before.
Yes. It was Mind Control that said Necropunk
Yeah,
is
you're
not
right.
good.
You're right.
And he's on Team Liquid for the layman's out
So
there.
Liquid hasn't picked Beastmaster yet.
Correct.
Yeah.
But we did see Newbee play some different heroes that we haven't really seen anyone else try. They played a Darkseer. They did play a Gyrocopter. We have seen Gyro banned against Undying a few times. And they also picked a Shadow Fiend. All those were in that,
so hyped.
that Liquid series, and of course they were 2-0'd there. But they have been playing a slightly more diverse pool than perhaps some of the other teams.
Is there a new indicator for the Shadow Fiend raises? I actually haven't paid attention.
It puts a little thing over the health bar. That's what you mean.
Over the health bar.
Yeah, you get like a little debuff. Like
Yeah, it's just a
So
little
how does that
buff
combine with the
counter.
Arcana? with
I'm
the
not sure if
3
it makes
slashes?
it. Oh, I'm not sure if it makes anything over the enemy head. I didn't actually look. I only
Oh, you
saw
put
the
it
health bar.
over. Wait, what do you mean?
Like on the opponent who you're hitting with the
Oh,
raises.
it's putting it on. Oh,
It puts it above their little health
Oh,
bar.
that's cool.
But you're right. I don't
Okay.
know if it actually puts it above their head. It probably does. but
Okay, interesting.
yeah, I didn't cast that game.
I would love to see Shadow Fiend a little bit more.
yeah,
I'm
me
a
too.
big fan of that hero.
I'm in. Especially because mid, supposedly, we're going to get back to more 1v1s.
Yeah.
Of course, you got to remove Viper, though. You don't want to be in that situation.
True. I think the one huge disappointing thing for me in Shadow Fiend in his history is the Yule's Blink Ags
Oh.
never really caught on.
What,
It
the
was hyped for a
Spirit
while,
Bomb?
though.
I remember when Weehaw was on DC, he would spam the crap out of this hero in pubs, and it looked so strong, but it
never worked.
Yeah.
really never worked. I don't think he ever tried it in a
I mean,
match.
didn't Sumail do like that? There was a while where that Yule Shadow Fiend was pretty popular.
It was like DAC. That was
Yeah.
the big
Yeah.
breakout.
That was it.
Sumail's here. He's
that
blinking
one
Yules
event-
and people.
Yeah.
And then it's carried on
But
for
it,
a little
it
bit
never
after
really
that.
got into the full meme, which is the Blink, Yules, BKB,
Ags.
Refresher, Ags, the whole. You need all 6 items.
what
That's
ab-
the problem.
What
with
about
this.
the mech Shadow Fiend days?
That was
The
You missed that?
Fada Dota?
No.
Fada? Yeah. Mushi used to
I
do that
hated
as well.
No.
No.
I guess Fada was mech
I
everything.
really didn't like
mech
that phase.
Beastmaster. I don't know. Beastmaster mid, that could come back
Oh,
too.
you know, I forgot about the Fada Beastmaster. He used to play it in a core role in the mid when really nobody else was a couple years ago.
Yep.
That could come
Remember
back.
mechs everyone mid. Good times. Every
How-
hero.
How was that good times?
I don't know.
It's
if
funny.
those
It's
really-
an okay
Oh,
item.
funny. It's fun to think back on now, but when you live through it, it was
Yeah, that's
horrendous.
true. Okay, fair enough.
Scarring.
Much like
times for me.
6.83.
Yeah.
Sniper Troll. Never again.
Yeah, that's probably the worst. That's probably the worst of all time.
You think Death Prophet is going to be relevant in this series?
Yep, Death Prophet and Void. We talked about that too. Phoenix as well can be for both teams,
Oh, yeah.
right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fly
Love me
played the
some Fly
Phoenix,
Phoenix.
and definitely something that newbie.
Very classic Kaka hero.
Yeah, it was
too.
that Kaka Winter Wyvern that we were all
Yeah.
praising so hard after that first day.
Oh god, that was hype.
Even against, I don't think they got to play it against Liquid, did they? Oh, no, they did. That first game. Both games.
Yeah.
Winter Wyvern was in both games, but that first one in particular, even though they didn't win, it felt like those winners' curses were keeping them in the game.
Yeah, he's actually so solid. And every single one looks good. I don't think he had like a bad curse. He didn't get picked off too. He was always like staying fire in the back line, making sure he was just there for that key moment. So I do expect it to be removed in the first 6, though. I'd be pretty surprised if that hero got through for either side.
So looks like we are having a small tech issue, unfortunately. So the fill panel will continue here.
Thank
Looks
God
like
I'm here, guys.
We're swapping out one of those 144 hertz monitors, and once that baby's swapped out, we'll probably be able to get this game
All right, you
underway.
did-
So bear with us, folks.
Do you want to go through this right now?
No, I don't.
I really don't. I really don't. So Twitch chat, let's do an experiment, okay? Right now, the monitor you're watching this on, are you on 60 hertz or 144 hertz? Because we've had this big debate across Moonduck of how much 144 hertz really matters.
It's not a. Is it a debate?
It's not a debate.
It's
It's
not
just
a
you guys
debate.
are too lazy to get it for yourself.
No, I'm too cheap. There's a distinct
okay.
difference.
I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Too cheap, too
Yes.
lazy, and I'm the smart guy with 144
Listen,
hertz.
I have the ultra-wide curved monitor. That's what I'm gaming on.
When I saw that, and the fact that you don't have 144 hertz at all in your repertoire is disturbing, to say the least.
I like space. I like pixels, Suns fan. I like having a lot of room to stretch out my windows.
Do you actually use that in your widescreen?
Yeah, sometimes.
He watches Star Trek on it.
I
the only thing he
do
used
watch
it
movies
for.
on it more often than not. It's pretty cool watching movies on the ultra-wide, no letterbox.
I'll say, when I played Dota on your computer, the widescreen was very interesting because you actually see more of the screen.
You do.
A lot of people don't know that. You actually see more, which is it's a little disorienting at first, but it's pretty cool. But then again, it's 60 hertz. So.
Yeah, and then you have to move your mouse if you're like an edge panner like me. I played one game on that and I was done.
Oh, yeah.
No,
Oh, yeah.
thank you.
You will stop edge panning very
instantly.
quickly. It actually hurts your hand.
Are you using like a 4x3 CRT monitor?
Yeah,
Is
that's
that
what I'm still on. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah really cheap and easy.
That's respectable.
Yeah, thank you.
Do you guys both still edge pan? Because I
Yeah.
do.
No.
It's a habit that I cannot break. I talked to No Tail about it, and he told me the day that you switch is the day you'll be better at Dota. And
It makes sense logically.
it's just I've been edge panning for 6 years.
It's like
I
every
mean,
game.
It's just so hard to break that habit.
Yeah.
I do not edge pan anymore, which
Good
actually
for-
makes
good
it
on
much
ya.
more difficult to play like Siltbreaker. I don't understand how to even move my character. I'm not even gonna lie. It's too disorienting for me. I get dizzy almost. 'Cause
Okay.
I can't. Like I try to grip the ground and it just doesn't go anywhere. I don't know what to do with myself. I end up just rage quitting and playing real
fair
Dota.
enough. I actually never made it through Siltbreaker. I just
I didn't
I
either.
didn't tough it out. It's long. Why is it so long?
Slacks
there's
really
time
liked
for
it.
that. Yeah,
Slacks
that's
really
true.
likes it, and I don't know.
Yeah, at the Slacks bachelor party, Purge actually spent some time playing Siltbreaker with his online friends as we played other games. It was really fun to watch, I'll tell you. He offered to carry us through it, and we all said, no, I actually really don't want to do that. That sounds like the opposite of what I want to do at a bachelor party.
Sounds like Purge.
Yeah,
I think
fair
that's about
enough.
right.
Thanks, Purge.
Standard stuff. Oh.
Oh, my.
Well, they're moving that monitor. I promise.
Oh, they
You can
are.
watch.
Oh, is it actually a monitor?
Yeah.
Yes, it is
Oh, I thought
actually.
you
That's
guys were
why
just-
he went into
No,
it.
I was not
Yeah.
joking. That is legit.
Okay.
They're having a monitor issue, and
mean,
they had to swap it out.
To be
That's-
fair, I never know when you're joking. Much like.
Is
vice
that why we
versa.
work so well together? Because nobody
Yes.
can tell what's sarcasm and what's real?
That's correct. A lot of people think when you're being sarcastic, you have to have a certain inflection in your voice. That doesn't exist anymore. Maybe in the 90s that was the thing. But now you can literally just say something that's not true, and you can consider it sarcasm. That's how I look at it.
Well, I think
Okay.
Twitter has played a
Nice.
big role in that, right? Because people try to tweet sarcastically, and it pretty much always backfires because there's no context.
/S.
/S.
Nobody does that
No,
anymore.
it's so lame. Anything with /S, I'm just like, I'm scrolling past that. I don't, I don't need that in my
this guy.
life. Yeah.
No more
get me
slacks.
out of here.
Get out of here. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
But no, you guys need to get on the 144 hertz monitor. Not to get back on this subject again, but dear God.
I know, it's amazing. I've seen it. It looks great, but
It's
I can't.
amazing, but I just can't break away from this
My
CRT.
monitor works fine.
Yeah, I just don't care.
Frugality.
Sorry, Suns fan.
All right, what?
I want to talk about custom games. How come custom games are not as fun as they were on Warcraft 3? Why don't I care about Siltbreaker or any of these other things? Overthrow is the only custom game I play somewhat occasionally, and that's at most once a month.
I would say one of the main reasons is because Dota was a custom game, so everybody that's playing Dota is already in that realm of space, if you will, with all the custom games. So you're going to end up trying some other stuff because how many times? Well, yeah, I guess did you? I don't remember if you played. Did you play Dota 1 as well?
Yeah, sure. I played Warcraft
so
3.
once.
you jump in, it's like the wrong lobby anyway. You're like, oh, it's like somebody has Dota 6.25b, and it ends up being some other game mode entirely, not even Dota. And you're just like, I'll try it. And some of them are pretty good. And another thing is, it's actually really easy to make custom game modes in Dota. I did it myself.
Really?
In fact, yeah. I didn't know how to do the triggers, which was ultimately the issue. But
Isn't that the key facet of like
not always. You
That's-
can.
that's
I
the-
could make maps, like nice, like BGH type
Great.
maps, but for Warcraft.
Yeah. I have really great news, guys.
We've got a draft.
Oh.
OG versus Newbee. Let's jump into it, see what these teams are working on.
Wonder if any of these guys play Overthrow.
I can't believe you had to ask me if I played Dota 1, Suns fan. I'm offended.
I don't know. I didn't know you back then. What do you mean?
But still, come on. You've never read my blog?
No.
I thought you listened to my podcast,
You have
sir.
a blog?
All right, well, that
Newbee
happened.
versus OG. Winter Wyvern, the first ban. No surprise there. We talked about the Kakao Winter Wyvern, and well, it looks like OG did their homework on that one.
So the question is, do you think you can get Beastmaster in the 2-3? You wait until all three bans to see if OG are going to let it through, or do you think it's too risky to leave it in, right? And then they
Yeah.
just wind up taking
That's
it
the
first
beauty of
overall
the draft.
for
You
OG.
can always play those mind games.
It's rough.
Now you have 3 to work with, though, so that does make it a little bit more, I don't know what the word would be, more consistent, perhaps?
OG's turn to
Sure,
bat.
consistent works.
The first overall pick for S4 every single game if it's left in the pool. So I guess we didn't put that on the list, did we? So that was a guaranteed ban.
I said Beastmaster, I meant to say Brewmaster. Newbee was playing it pretty much every time it was available also.
What happened to Lich? Do you guys think Lich is still okay?
He's been being banned at the first phase quite a bit.
First phase.
But he slipped through a couple times, and I think he went untouched. So
Turn to bat.
People are starting to realize that maybe he's not
earlier
top of the line
today,
anymore.
yeah, we talked about Spirit Breaker being a hero that was kind of shared in between both Newbee and Immortals. Something they both like to play. And
Are there
OG
any other
not gonna let that
masters in the
through.
game? We got Brewmaster, Beastmaster. Is there a third they can ban that will complete this trifecta? Shadow Master.
Juggernaut is
Yeah,
a
yeah,
Blade
you just
Master.
try Shadow. Shadow
Shadow
something,
anything.
Shadow
There's like 8
Fiend,
of
Shadow
them.
Shaman.
Or I guess Axe is
There's
really
so
the
much-
Blade Master.
Let me see. Master
Oh,
Assassin.
no, that's Juggernaut. Juggernaut's Blade Master.
Yeah, okay, I had it right the first time.
That's
Okay.
true. I forgot about that.
So
nice calls.
we were way off.
Dota 1, you're right.
I just proved to myself.
We will lose the Earth Spirit. We're going to lose a Sand King, though. So quite a few replacements. We still have the Io left in the pool. We still have the Lich still there as well. Let's say you took Io here. Then there's still the Disruptor +1 for Newbee. Definitely a hero they're comfortable with. Kind of a Faith classic. So
I don't care. We need to see IO now.
OG
Now.
could also still consider the Viper as an opener. Last time they did that, it was a pretty brutal game, but they go for the Ogre instead.
Wow. So that's...
Is there
Is
any
that
way?
our third different team to pick Ogre now?
We've seen a lot. We've seen a
I'm
decent
really
amount.
surprised.
So Vici did play it against OG in Game 3 of their last series.
I mean, they're just looking at that sweet, sweet level 25 plus 275 Fire Blast
Man,
damage.
you're
Gracious
really, You're on
me.
point with these. I got to give it to
So
you.
good.
Yeah, and they passed over the Bane for it, of course. Lich and Bane both being left in the pool here. I agree that Bane would be my pick over Lich.
Are we going to see the
personally,
Marana?
so, pretty safe. Looked pretty good for Newbie before.
Oh, yeah.
Versatility in terms of the laning stage still.
It's just one of the easiest combos to actually execute, and it's ridiculously strong.
It's kind of surprising how Ogre seems to have replaced basically where Nyx would go, right? It's often that we kind of see that
Yeah,
hero
that's true.
picked up
Nyx has
first.
kind of dropped off, huh?
Yeah.
That's true. I would consider him probably top tier, tier 1 in the last patch.
Yeah, it feels like the Ogre might scale just a little better with that Bloodlust.
You know what's great here, guys, is
So
IO.
tanky too. And his HP regen is ridiculous.
IO to be terrific here. I want to see the
Io
Wisp.
Ogre.
5 seconds.
I know it's not great,
That's a
but
lot of
just
buffing.
imagine that Aghanims.
You'd be all in on like one
Imagine
hero.
that Ogre Aghanims.
That sounds awful.
I mean, that can work though.
Surely your other 3 heroes are going to be better than the Tether.
Yeah, probably.
But
I
we,
think
we've
it's one of
seen
the
we
lower
saw
ones.
that kind of all in on the Anti-Mage the other day, and that actually worked. It's
Well,
not
perhaps.
the most far-fetched idea here, Trent Pax.
Yeah, I would like to not see Anti-Mage in this game. Let's have it banned in the second phase here, please. OG, if you're listening, Fly, I know you like to listen in.
Last time we saw that, I think they last picked the Storm Spirit, if I'm not mistaken.
All right, Rubik.
Okay, so they're not comfortable enough to find an S4 hero here yet with the Brewmaster being gone. Nothing else is quite on that same level.
Yeah, but you
I
have a
think we'll
great
just settle
counter to
here.
Bane, can steal Fiend's Grip super easily. If you
Yep.
steal Leap, you get 3 charges, I do believe.
Yes, you do.
That is quite
10
nice.
seconds
Yeah,
remaining.
this is
It actually is. Rubik can close the gap, find that telekinesis. It's
In
pretty
case
handy.
you're wondering,
And
I
of
was
course,
not
Bane.
being sarcastic, Zyori.
Thank you. Bane is also, of course, a great hero to be up against as a Rubik here.
Yeah. Oh, there it is. Anti-Mage 4th ban now from Newbee.
Yeah,
Wish
Newbie.
your wish.
Nice.
If they had picked it, obviously, that would have been helpful for the Rubik too. Another great steal. Maybe could have helped them accelerate quite a bit in the early game. You can make way more plays by stealing Blink early on as a Rubik.
You know what I want to see that we're not going to? I'm not calling that's going to be
seconds
picked. I'm just saying I would like to see it.
Okay.
It's the old school resolution mid
5
Invoker.
seconds remaining.
I used to love watching him back when he
If
was
they
on
pick
Fire.
Centaur,
Turn to
I am
ban.
down. They go S4
Centaur?
Centaur and then Invoker.
I think we only saw one Invoker.
We're going to see the
so far.
Cataclysm, guys. Cataclysm.
I don't know. I mean, do you think Invoker is actually viable on this patch? The one game we saw, it didn't seem that good, but they had other issues. It wasn't just the
I
Invoker's
think
fault.
maybe it depends. I mean, it's too early to tell whether it's good or bad, right? But I think with any specific hero combination like Trent is bringing up, Invoker can always be viable. I mean, if you can get a free kill with Sunstrike with a certain lineup consistently, like why not? It's
10
basically just like the
seconds
Bane
remaining.
Marana combo, right?
Right.
Not sure where to go next for
5
OG
seconds
here.
remaining.
I guess they get to see one more hero, but they're banning out the puck themselves, so they're not considering that for S4, which is a bit interesting here. They're more worried about that being handed off to perhaps KP in the off lane, or even just mid for SCCC.
Yeah, starting to get a little bit more limited on those S4 heroes.
When's the last time he played Darkseer?
I'm sure it was ages ago.
I think it's been a while.
Just imagine the iron.
Actually, that's
shell
not true. It
on
wasn't.
Ogre.
It wouldn't be that long ago, I suppose, right? Because they used to run it very consistently.
What
for
about
OG.
Magnus? Is there any S4 Magnus?
Oh, it's
out
not a
there
bad
these
one to
days?
shout out.
Could
It would have
be,
been another
could be.
double buff, but you now have Empower and Bloodlust, then they can move into like a Juggernaut kind of classic hero.
Imagine
for
if
no
you could empower the towers with Bloodlust.
Bloodlust and Empower on towers?
How about make that his Ags?
It would be
the
better than
worst
Shock.
Aghanim.
Split shot towers.
That would
That's-
be
that's
so much
great.
worse. Are you serious?
That's
Wow.
terrific.
They actually did take out the Void, so I think that would have been the best hero to go with next if you were on Newbie, just because they already have the Mirana, who works really well with the Faceless Void. They could have grabbed a second hero just to like, there may be like that Phoenix, even still with the Bane, although it's a little bit odd. The combo's obviously great, and then that Death Prop we talk so much about just works too well with Faceless Void, I think, to leave it in and make her that strong in the game.
Night Stalker.
One of the most popular fours still remaining in the pool. Him and Tusk, I guess.
Yeah.
That would have been your two options, but
A lot of vision now for newbies. Scouting
Yeah.
arrows, plus the Night Stalker.
Moonlight Shadow, lots of trickery afoot. Also, not a great hero as Rubik to be up against. Obviously, stealing the ulti does nothing. Void and Silence can be kind of helpful,
5
though.
seconds remaining.
I mean, it doesn't do nothing. It turns it to night in case you want it for some reason.
Yeah, that
No,
could
you-
be so useful
Do you lower the vision of the enemy team
when you use the darkness.
Yeah.
For if you're not a Night
if you're
Stalker.
Rubik? Yeah. That's the question. I don't know. I don't know the answer to.
You have to use it during nighttime, though, so you're still fighting into nighttime, right? That's why it's depressing.
No, it works no matter it's daytime or nighttime.
Doesn't reduce the vision.
It
Just
reduces
turns it
vision.
to nighttime.
Wait, what's the part that reduces the vision?
If it's nighttime and you cast your ulti.
You're positive about that?
No. Anyway. I can.
Why
You
do we
can
always go back
You
and
could
forth
tell
on
me.
this
You could
stuff?
say, "Oh, does Arrow stun heroes? Are you positive?" No. You know, this game changes too much. I can keep track of everything. I just highlight over everything to check myself when I'm in the middle of a cast. You never know.
No, I'm almost positive that just casting darkness lowers the vision.
Sure.
And turns it to night.
Okay.
Just take my word for it.
Got
it's
it.
a strength hero. I'll just
Love it.
I'll take it.
OG thinking very hard about this third pick. Low on reserve time. Probably looking for an S4 hero.
Yeah. That would be the standard kind of pattern during the draft.
Could be the Centaur, and it is.
Oh my boy.
So will we get our Invoker? We'll
Wait till
see.
he equips that, guys. You're gonna be super excited. To see what he's
How's-
got equipped.
After we see this hero, we can kind of judge the early pressure that would be roaming in onto Resolution here. So that might allow us to possibly think the Invoker. Again, even with the Invoker, the idea of it working the Centaur is great. It doesn't work that well with Bloodlust. It's kind of okay. And Centaur Warrunner doesn't
know
work
what?
particularly well with
You know what's
Bloodlust either.
actually pretty good? I know Resolution doesn't. I mean, No-Tail could play this, but I know Resolution's really good at this hero. Is actually Slark. Owns Mirana. Has they still have night vision, or they get rid of that?
Slark.
I feel like he probably still has night vision. Not sure if they changed that.
They
Obviously
moved it. They
can-
moved a lot of them around
yeah.
recently.
And they dark packed off a lot of Bane's abilities. It's actually pretty good here.
I
Get
don't
a
think
nice
Slark's night
bloodlust on
vision
him.
was changed. I think that should still be intact.
Tell me it's a good pick. Tell me Slark is a good pick.
I
this
don't
game.
like it.
I, knew
I
you were gonna
was
say that.
actually thinking OG might angle towards an Alchemist.
Alchemist.
I don't really like it with their current heroes.
No?
No. Sorry.
All
No,
right.
I'm
they,
out.
they have
I feel like he doesn't
spells
benefit
for
much from
Alchemist
Ogre
right
at
now.
all.
Yeah, I guess that's true. He could get picked on. The Night Stalker does put a lot of pressure on.
Well, if they get a secondary here that takes use of Bloodlust, maybe. But plus, I can't remember the last time I've ever seen Resolution play Alchemist. If they would give it to him,
yeah, that's a fair point.
I'm sure he knows how to play.
I think the safe lane Alch looks better now, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Just because of the two bounty runes.
It's true.
It makes way more sense in my eyes.
that's
But
definitely true.
I haven't seen it enough yet, I suppose. But Darkseer, I guess, is the big hero to be considering here for Newbie. Just like the Iron Shell on top of the Night Stalker.
Yeah, great
would be,
combo.
You don't have to worry about any sort of 1v1 matchups with the Centaur Warrunner. Kind of a little bit more flexibility in your lanes here. Problems, it helps your team fight, but you don't have a very good combination with the Vacuum, so you'd have to grab something in the final piece to help out that.
Oh my.
Fair
Monkey
enough.
King. So Lacoste was talking about Monkey King on paper being very strong this patch. This is actually the first time we've seen him picked or banned by any team on the, in this event on the patch.
Yeah, we were kind of expecting him day one to possibly come out. I think for
10
Vici we were discussing it, but it
remaining.
never quite happened. So in this game, nice little combo with the Mirana. They have a
5
lot of
seconds
damage burst.
remaining.
And there's no saving hero or anything here from OG. And oh my
Oh
god,
my god.
it's there. It happened.
Hey, so why not just go full balls deep here? Invoker's going to be the last pick. The reason it's actually amazing this game,
Yeah.
especially in lane, is because you have the Forge Spirit, you take off Nightmare, or you block the arrow. Like, it's actually
Yeah,
really,
you're not
really
wrong.
good.
And then there's you have Sunstrike a Centaur and Sunstrike a Slark grab.
A lot of setup for Sunstrike.
Suns fan.
Pretty sure effing Matt is listening to us right now.
I think that's what it is. Yeah.
It
Let me
has
just
to be.
double check that. Yeah, it must be. Clearly.
But I'm
obviously
excited to
need
see
help.
Monkey King. Kind of dropped off a bit. We haven't really seen much of him in this patch. Slark, on the other hand, we already talked about how good he is against the first 3 heroes of Newbee.
So, and forgive if this is a newbie question, but this is a position 1 Monkey King, right?
Yeah.
Yep, probably.
Safe lane farmer.
I would say so. There's a possibility they do some like dual offlane shenanigans. They do get to see the last pick here, right? So overall, they still have a lot of flexibility in the Mirana and the Monkey King.
How well does Monkey King scale compared to somebody like Slark?
Well, Slark is almost infinite, right?
Yeah.
Well,
based on the
I mean,
stacks.
so is Monkey King with some of his talents. Jeez. I guess
That's true, but remember,
They're not
Slark,
quite
if
as
you get to,
ridiculous
I mean,
now.
Slark, it's not unreasonable for him to get 25, right? And one of his level 25s, if I'm not mistaken, is 120 seconds extra of his passive Essence Shift, which literally doubles it. You have it for 4 minutes, this
Oh,
agility.
wow.
It's insane.
They do ban out the classic counter.
Death Prophet as well as the Bloodseeker.
Yeah.
All right, just take Invoker, get this over with, and then just get on to Newbee's pick.
Any other suggestions besides the Invoker?
All I can think of is Invoker right now. I mean, you talked about
too
Magnus.
set.
I am too set. Magnus is
There's still Venom.
It's okay.
They could think about playing again, but I don't think it works particularly well with anything here.
Nah, I don't
The
like
matchup's
Venom,
fine, though. But actually, the matchup versus the Mirana wouldn't be too good, so then they could just put that there, and she can just peck away the wards without being within
Something
range.
high
so-
tempo like Razor could also be all right.
okay. It's going to be the
my.
Invoker,
All
as I
right,
called.
You're
Oh my!
There's Invoker, guys. That's just a new cosmetic.
Yeah. That glance value is really getting out of control.
But it's the
Razor,
Razor.
okay.
I like it, though. They needed somebody to help break the high ground. We saw the power of the Aghanim Scepter on the Razor earlier today, how much he can dominate in lane with just a little bit of help. Somebody like Ogre can help secure that lane for him.
And I guess the
Start
Monkey
the
King,
snowball.
he's a mobile hero, but he's not really someone that can deal with the Link well, just because you'll be right-clicking him, damaging him, he can't jump away. Mirana, on the other hand, good luck. You are not going to be able to get too much damage out from her. This makes me want to send the Mirana to the mid lane, more than likely, right? She should be a good solution to the Razor.
Yeah.
Although the cooldown on Leap is pretty long. However, it will be the Axe
Oh
for KP.
my. Yes.
Wow.
Great ground targeted
Yes.
ability against the Slark. He's going to be looking for that quick dunk.
He's going to be looking for that 40 attack speed into the offensive counter helix. Ooh, Axe. I love this hero, as you can maybe tell.
Definitely good against Slark, but overall, how do we feel here, guys? It's a Mugi Sand King, and we've got a No-Tail Razor and a Resolution Slark. I am on the OG side. I think this Razor was the perfect pick outside of the Invoker to make this draft work, but do you guys have faith in this newbie Axe and Monkey King?
I think Slark, this is the perfect game for Slark. I think he's going to take off. The only downside is Axe is amazing. If KP can get off to a really good start, they might be able to snowball. It's a tough pick. I'm going to go OG, but like 55-45, pretty close.
I think my two underwhelming heroes so far, at least out of these picks, would be the Night Stalker and the Centaur Warrunner. I think the games I've seen them, they haven't really looked that convincing, so I'm not sold necessarily on those two picks. The rest of Newbee's draft, though, I am a pretty big fan of. Obviously, I just have to go against the Slark after clearly stating I didn't like it here.
Fair
and
enough.
Ergo,
Can't blame you. Can't blame you.
I will have to cheer
So
for
you're
the
on
Newbie squad
The
taking this
newbie
one.
squad. This does feel like a pretty even matchup here, though.
Yeah,
I
I
definitely
think so.
agree with Suns fan. I don't think my odds would be anything past 55-45 on either side.
Yeah, I'm quite fine with splitting right down the middle here. It's all about who performs, right? Who gets that blink dagger first between
Yeah.
KP and S4. And when on the other hand, you look at S4, he doesn't necessarily need that blink as early. There's not as much pressure on that hero because he's going to have the Stampede to help out
It's
here.
like both
so
teams have a lot of initiation and a lot of counter initiation, and whenever that's the case, it's all about execution. You always need to execute to win a Dota game, but sometimes it's that battle of just who can find the proper counter initiation.
it's
to
nice
stop the
to
blink.
like a best one is such a good draft that this is actually going to be like a really solid game where
Yeah.
I feel like either team kind of got what they
It's all
wanted.
about those level 25 talents this game, guys.
All right, well, let's see what happens, ladies and gentlemen. We've got some casters. Who is it over there? Oh, look, it's Grand and Lacoste. Boys, take us in.
Oh, thank you very much, panel. That was just great stuff there. And Lacoste, we see the draft. We got a Monkey King, we got an Axe on one side, and then you have a Centaur Slark on the other. Whose draft do you like?
I don't like Slark. I'm anti-cancer always.
Yeah.
Monkey King, I was cheering to see Monkey King this patch. As you mentioned, the level 25 +1 ring is apparently broken. It doesn't work.
Yeah, and I haven't seen it fixed yet. And you were talking about how good that is, just uphill sieging, just so insane.
It's just insane.
Yeah.
Imagine if you kill a third row Shan, that's the timing around level 25 Monkey King. Just put 4 rings.
Just four rings with the refresher. That's quite a few rings you have there.
That's Lord of the Rings Monkey King.
My goodness, that is quite a bit. So you actually like Newbee's draft a little bit better than OG's?
Yeah, big fan of Mirana. And I think Axe with Call can easily hold Slark.
I get why did OG first pick Ogre when Bane was in the pool?
You'll have to ask Fly.
Have to ask Fly.
Yeah.
Have to ask Matt after that. We've seen Ogre first picked a few times now. Still very good, obviously. High armor in the early game can just be a super annoying hero, but we've seen Bane as well. I mean, he got off to a 5-kill streak by 5 minutes in the game before VP against SG, and they've just looked very good ever since then.
It's one of the oldest combos. Still
Yeah,
waiting for Shadow Demon to return with Mirana, now that she's super powered.
Yeah.
Also with some illusion heroes, CK, Terrorblade, Luna as well.
Get any of that. I mean, we're only less than a full tournament in right now, and we've already been seeing some crazy heroes, but Bane, Mirana, like you said, I mean, even last game, we just saw it just got set up every time, and they had nothing to block it. The only thing they're going to have is a full Ogre body block here, and hopefully...
Well, he's huge. He can block easily.
He can. He can block easily,
Look
and all
at
that
that
armor he
blue
doesn't
Shrek.
need to. He's even got the little... I don't even know, what's that called? Little donut on him. Float hide.
Donut, the green
The donut,
donut.
yeah, the green donut.
All right, American.
Block it out.
While the game's paused, I got a little task for you.
All right.
Take a minute, walk away from your computer, hug your mom, kiss your girlfriend, high-five your brother, pet your dog. This world needs more loving.
All right, thanks for that one. Unfortunately,
And
I don't have any of those, but
you can
I
high-five
appreciate
me,
it either.
bro.
All right, cool. Thanks, Lacoste. Centaur versus Axe. Kind of strange offlaners, right? Like not the conventional ones we've been seeing. Centaur starting off with 8 tangos, Axe as well. And I mean, if it's going to be what, dual lane versus solo lane in both the lanes, who do you favor? Centaur doesn't really get that much, and Axe can just go to jungle earlier, right?
Yeah, well, I don't know if they can pressure Axe that much. It's melee hero, Slark against Axe, plus Ogre is a support, so it's a duo melee hero.
It feels like, I mean, if he gets like level 1 Essence Shift, I guess it's not too bad, but if Axe gets 1, 2, 3 lucky spins in a row, it could just be a terrible lane in general.
Well, you gotta decide if it's 1, 2, or 3 spins.
Yeah, I mean, if it's just 1, okay, you're fine, but you start getting up to those 2 or 3s, you're gonna be in quite a bit of trouble. It is gonna be that SCC middle Mirana and then just Faith there, so pretty much, I mean, we saw this last game with VP, it's gonna be about the same thing, and they actually didn't win the CS game middle, but they did win the kills game, and I mean, that's a little bit more important when you think about it.
Even if Axe is pressured on the lane, can go to jungle until he gets level 3, level 4. The first Night falls, then Night Stalker joins, and both of these supports and Slark should be careful.
What's the worst camp for Axe now? Is it still those Mud Golems at level 1? The Mud Golems are great later on when you can kill them quicker, but at level 1 it feels like those ones are pretty tough to kill.
The one with the clap.
The Clapper, the Hellbears.
Yeah.
Yeah, those guys
That's the
do so
strongest
much
one.
damage. Yeah, they just right-click you down so easily, even with that stout shield. No more poor mans, like we've been saying. So nothing there. And Moogie, just... I love seeing the Monkey King, even though he's still a ranged hero at this point in the game that still hasn't been swapped up yet. It's going to be interesting to see how he goes up against that Centaur. You just...
Yeah, why does Monkey King have 0 armor? What?
I'm fine with that.
Well, he can get 100
Yeah,
on
it's weird
level
'cause
25.
But he actually wears armor too, which is interesting. So you give him 0 armor in game, but the guy's actually wearing armor. But who knows? Yeah. And with that, the ring skill broken, 100 armor on Wu King's command. That is so much. If someone doesn't have like a 4-step to get you out, that's actually insane.
Yeah, but if it's broken, as you mentioned,
Yeah.
the ring, extra ring on level 25. Imagine them being so cocky winning the game and he just picks it even if he knows that it's broken.
Just summons a ring with no monkeys
yeah.
inside of it. It's just a ring on the ground, the ring of death. And look at this, OG going around the backside right now. Jerks. Uh-oh, it's a backside versus backside duel, and they actually see Jerks run downhill barely. Are they going to run uphill at him? They are. They don't know what else is up there. Unfortunately, it's just Jerks. Now here comes Fly No Tail as well. No Tail, is he going to get his Zoop on? Looks like he might onto Faith. Faith is just he's just left for dead. They're just going to leave him, and he will go down here trying to harass anything he can. They're going to have a resolution to kill even. not attacking at all, and that's a good way to get your carry back into this game. Obviously, they only get 11 experience each, but it's all about that gold.
The battle
Yeah, the extra gold
begins.
will keep Slark.
Oh, and S4 skills that stun first, and I mean
Yeah, that's a second
he did
stun.
it. Yeah, and that's worth it, right?
Also,
You get
Rubik
the
has Fade Bolt.
Yeah, well, I saw that, and he got it off on, what, 3 of them? It actually did so much damage. They didn't need the lockdown, so it was fine with that leap. They had enough, and this is going to be a no-tail fly off-lane Ogre as well as Razor. I did not see this one coming myself, and it will be against that Axe. It feels like they can do a decent job pressuring him a lot more than the Slark, who is middle.
Well, yeah, you want to have Razor against a melee.
Yep.
Melee hero.
Yeah, it feels great. And Kaka down there as well. This guy has had a pretty good tournament out of everyone, especially on Newbee. Just such good winner Wyvern playing. Look at No-Tail taking all that damage, even that angle.
41.
Yep, he's doing great. And Fly just get to zone out Kaka, and look at No-Tail just playing this so aggressively. Get to just zone him out nicely. And Resolution Jerix going 2 versus 1 on SEC, and that almost could have been a kill. He skilled arrow first, barely misses that level 1 leap, and he'll be happy now. He is level 2. Got to get those 3 leap charges more than likely, and arrow's going to fly out and miss. And that will be the end of that for now. They're going to send the Night Stalker middle to try to help him out. Top lane, Monkey King versus Centaur. Isn't this just a very Monkey King favorite matchup in a 1v1?
Yeah, it is. I mean, well, you can have both favorite lineups for OG. You want to have Razor against a melee hero, but then it's not an axe against the Slark,
Yeah,
or you get Monkey King versus a melee.
Already, though, dual ranged heroes against Resolution. He got that first blood, but no poor man's shield, as we've said so many times already. Feels extremely bad for any of these middle melees, or even carry melees, a lot like a Slark. And he's going to miss these CS's middle, unfortunately. Gets that one.
So what happens when you're leashed from the pounce on Mirana? Bottom lane, though.
Oh, yeah, bottom lane, they're going on KP. Actually, Flying Kaka just going 1 versus 1 against each other while No-Tail zones out KP. And here comes Jerix actually running. He's going to steal the bounty rune, get the stun off, and Kaka's looking a little bit of trouble. He does have boots first. I don't think it'll be enough, unfortunately, and Jerix will actually scoop that up. Unfortunately, No-Tail doesn't do enough damage through all that armor. And Jerix will just greedily take it like he does, and
Yeah.
you're
So-
fine with that.
Yeah, so what I was thinking, if Slark uses a pounce on you, and you have 3 charges of leap.
Did
Like
they
you-
change it where if you're not max leash, you can leap
can't
out of it or
no,
whatever?
you can't.
Did
You
they
can't
fix it
force,
finally?
force
Okay.
staff out as well.
Okay.
You could before, if
Yeah.
you didn't move at all.
Which was, yeah, a little bit, but they did fix that. Yeah, now that you have
So
3
imagine
leaps,
using 3 charges and you're still leash, like...
just the machine gun leap, and you still don't even get away.
Yeah.
Oh, man, and look at No-Tail just pressuring so hard. Bottom steals 94 damage, and Fly just getting a few last hits while he's doing that himself. And a pretty good lane going bottom. Top lane, obviously, Monkey King is having a good time. When's Monkey King, when's he strongest, like, do you feel? Is he a super late game hero, or do you like him more when he just has like 1 or 2, like a Desolator and maybe a Basher or something?
Well, throughout the mid game, I don't know what build he's gonna
arrow
go for.
middle. This Jerix looks like he's in a lot of trouble. The double Starfall actually will not hit him. He might be able to live because of that. Do we have a leap? No, he doesn't. He needs 1 more. Resolution actually to jump on him. He's in a lot of trouble himself. Do we have a Dark Pack? Nope. Jerix will actually blast him down. And because he goes to 2-1-0 build on Mirana, actually get a miss out on that kill because the double Starfall hit a creep instead. Starstorm, pardon me. And now even Flies here.
That's kind of greedy build. I mean, they have good kill potential. Maybe because he can't leap out of the pounce, but still could have at least 1 level.
Oh my goodness, look at this Ogre Magi just doing so much damage. The Mirana just TP'd back, and he's only missing 300. Bottom lane, No-Tail again. He's never really going to get a kill 1v1 on this hero, but KP can't do anything. It's 18-7 versus 6-1. But top lane, I mean 7-1 versus 21
Good
and
night.
14. And here we go, it is nighttime. Only a level 2 Night Stalker. He's going to be level 3 after this rune. Yep. That will be nice for him. We'll see if he goes. Do you go 2 in the nuke, or do you like 2 in Hunter in the night? We've seen actually all these builds before.
Nuke,
You like the 2
more
in the nuke,
damage overall.
right? Just more damage. I guess if maybe you're versus like someone like a not ogre, it could be okay, but you need that magic damage. And middle lane just. This is a 3v2 matchup. They're actually going to throw the Bane back. He doesn't go downhill. I don't think it's really going to matter too much. He's going to brainstem. Jerix taking a ton of damage. He gets hit by that arrow. They're going to pick up that kill. Faith, though, should go down. He does. But Resolution's going to take 2 towers. He might die right here. Looks like he will leap forward from SCC, and Fly will square up on him, unfortunately.
Has 1 more leap ready. 2
Yeah.
more leaps, actually, if he wants to go. Super aggressive top lane though.
Yeah, just gonna proc Jingu Mastery and Jarex. He could get a surprising kill. Actually, No Tail, well, he does get that solo kill, and Axe was a little bit out of positioning there. And wow, No Tail, we've seen him sacrificed a few times before. Top lane, though, they're going on Mugi now. He does still have Jingu Mastery. He can definitely heal up a little. Unfortunately, it is only level 1 for him, so, or it is level 2, pardon me, and he will survive. Here comes KP TPing in, Battle Hunger, and, well, Mugi will survive, luckily, but a good try by Jarex there. No Tail, my goodness, 30 and 10. 1-0 and 2, and he is pushing in this tower already. Treads has a full Aquila almost in his stash.
Yeah, people are complaining about how they play an OG 4 protect 1.
Yeah.
Like a lot of on shoulders of Rezo, but when No Tail has a good game, pretty much they stomp.
Jarex just dying in the jungle there, nothing too crazy. And that's the thing, it's almost like OG knows their team better than other people, you know? What a surprise there. But top lane, it is going to be Centaur going up against Axe as well as a Monkey King. Neither of them have rotated yet. KP just TP'd up here in Mugi. He says, this is my lane. Get out of here, buddy. And he's just going to have to run away. Middle lane, no kills yet. It's 3-5. OG with the slight lead in kills as well as net worth. He's going to get the sleep here, but the creeps are coming. Doesn't look like an arrow will be able to fly out and hit him. Jarex will actually wake him up. And now it doesn't matter, like, you're not taking any damage, and my goodness, bottom lane tower will go down. No Tail does have that raindrop. He's taking a lot of SCC's damage. He's just going to TP out. Smart play, but arrow, oh, he dodges it. And now SCC's in a little bit of trouble. No, he is completely fine. They're trying to run away. Nuke comes out, another raindrop charge, and No Tail does his best. We had one other hero there with him, possibly something, but a sleep comes out. They're going to try to chase down Faith. Dark Pact will hit him, and he does get the kill. Chases him down, so your Razor does die, who's very high net worth. But at least you get a kill middle for Rezo, and like the panel was talking about, you just want to get, if you get your Slark a quick, what, Treads, Aquila, Shadow Blade, do you even need Treads in this matchup? Or do you just go straight Shadow Blade?
You need for the extra damage and farming potential. Slark's gonna move to Forest at one point, or they're just gonna swap the lanes, put the Razor mid, and put the Slark on a top lane so he can farm the Forest more efficiently.
And that's one of the things, not even Poor Man's Shield, but Iron Talon. Iron Talon Slark was such a good way for him to farm. He was like one of the quickest farmers in the jungle with it. Without it now, it feels a lot harder to do that.
Yeah, especially when he was pressured in the lane. That was easy comeback for Slark.
And look at top lane, Fly as well as No Tail. They're smoked up, but they're going to find Kaka. Will he get the stun off in time for No Tail? He's just soaring away. The creeps are actually going to block. He's going to fly over the hill, unfortunately, for the OG squad.
Oh, that's a lot of commitment for nothing.
Yeah, that is 4 people top. They might just go for this tower. We saw No Tail solo push that bottom tower so quickly. He went for the Aquila, Raindrop, Wand, and Treads. He has plenty of regen.
1.2k HP once he uses power threads.
Yep. Oh, they actually find someone. No Tail is going to find Kaka as well as Faith. This could just be an easy double kill. He's going to try to sleep up the Ogre, but, I mean, you slept an Ogre, and this Razor is just going to eat you alive. Gets the double kill.
Good morning, Night Stalker.
Nice. And top lane, actually, SCC taking a ton of damage. Another rotation coming. They don't even need anyone else. One more attack. No, gets the leap, but look who's here. It's Resolution. Do we have another leap? He does. He leaps away. Mugi leaps himself into the tree, and another rotation bottom, but oh, if they would have got one more kill there, the OG would have been so happy. Instead, they will just continue to push this tower after killing 2 supports.
Yeah, also Centaur is getting close to his Blink Dagger, and will have a lot of space on that bottom lane to actually farm it. Can expect a 10-minute Blink Dagger from S4.
Yeah, we just saw, what, 8 heroes top, only the 2 offlaners not going up there, and both of them going to be pretty happy. KP, I mean, not too far from his Blink as well, but he doesn't have Tranquil Boots like S4, and S4 is 500 closer.
Well, you can't really compare Axe to Centaur. He has a decent amount of gold, 1.5k.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
If they get, let's say, Moonlight Shadow on level 7 for Mirana, they can try to maybe gank that Centaur, just delay the Blink Dagger.
I actually love this. Axe was already cutting creeps behind the tier 2, but he doesn't get all of them, and Jarex is just going to deny all of those bad boys. No Tail, 7.5, sees Mugi. Still going to be a tough kill unless Fly gets that stun off early, but guess what? It is daytime. Monkey King, I believe, had vision of Fly right there. And now it's slowed down a little bit. We just see SCC with the phase boots, Aquila just sieging down that middle tower.
Yeah, usually you see Slark with either Raindrop and Aquila. I mean, he needs a magic one, so magic one plus one of those, either Ring of Aquila or infused Raindrop.
But he has all three.
Yeah, but without Iron Talon, he can farm so fast with that. Just unlimited mana regen.
Feels good we see him and the Razor doing that, actually. In the first nighttime, I mean, Night Stalker got, what, 1 kill, didn't feel super successful. Now he's going to get caught out by Resolution here. He doesn't have Leap now, and now he will. He just takes off that silence, jumps forward. Here comes the arrow, though. Nice dodge by Resolution, and he's going to get the kill with that Stampede. S4 actually misses his first Blink stun. He's going to get slept up now, and Jarek's still here. They ping out the Shrine. It is not up. They know that. But still, S4 just 0.1 second quicker even on that, but a nice leap away.
From 0 to 0 in a couple of seconds. 10-minute Blink Dagger, just showing up, no kill.
And actually, KP ends up going back for the Tranquil Boot, so he's back to the Goldie with Zap, but he has that little bit of extra regen now. Do you like that, or do you think you should have just gone for the Blink?
I could have just gone for a Blink Dagger. That's extra 500 gold. We'll stack this. That's going to give him some more gold. But look at the build on Razor. Is it full drum? Yeah, it is, actually. He just wants to keep the pressure because they feel comfortable just to push those tier 1s down.
That's what they're doing right now. We do see the Blink wave from Centaur, and they're going to back out a little bit. No Tail going to try to just farm up that middle wave, and they realize that they're sitting a lot of people mid. They're not getting a tower. Moogie's been free farming this whole time with the max Primal Spring build again. We haven't seen a lot of that lately in the past couple of weeks.
Yeah, well, that's why he goes for Battle Fury.
Ooh, top lane. They are going in, though. He gets the stun as well as the double-edged Jarek's. Gonna pick him up. Doesn't have anything to steal because he's not 6 yet, but should get this kill. Jarek's actually. He'll get it himself and get that spell steal.
Yeah, with the recent buffs for Battle Fury, suits Monkey King, but he comes online a bit later on. It's more of a late game build.
Okay, yeah, Primal Spring just helps.
It gives him a lot of mana with Aquila and the region. From Battle Fury, he can just flash farm.
Oh, in middle lane, actually, we're going to see a drum up from No Tail. Double leap going to be used by Mirana.
This is so stupid, these 3 leaps.
I
said it a couple of times, but
it's really good. It's
really good if
really
you're playing bottom, yeah.
Oh, and top lane, Fly, Jarek's. They're still smoked up. Oh, he's going to jump down. They don't have anything to break this tree, unfortunately. They saw him jump up there so obviously, but without Ogre, do you think he should almost get a Quelling Blade just to break those trees, or is that just too absurd?
Well, maybe he can get a Quelling Blade or a set of Tangos. It's the same thing when you're playing against Furion. You want to keep one of those.
At least one, yeah. And we're going to see bottom lane getting TP'd on. It is nighttime, so they won't see it. Jarek's actually going to get pushed forward. He's going to throw them back. No Taylor going to take a ton of damage. Do they have enough? A nice stolen call from Jarek's. And I mean, he knew. He's like, this guy's not battle hunger and creeps bottom. It has to be the call, and he gets it. Nicely done by Jarek's. I was going to ask, what's the best spell to steal? Not like a big ultimate, but what do you want? Like an arrow or
Boundless Strike if you can.
Boundless Strike.
Nightmare would be cool just to save someone when Axe initiates.
Yeah, a lot of just regular abilities that are good to steal this game, unlike a Black Hole. Just a ton of regular ones that are very nice. And with Slark getting those traps.
Yeah, also, in a mid game, if Rubik gets a lot of farm, once he gets a Blink Dagger, maybe a Ghost Scepter, then he steals a call from Axe, blinks in, uses Ghost Scepter, no one can attack him. It's a free 3.2 seconds disable.
It's pretty nice. Top lane looks like it will get brought down here by Moogie as well as SCC. Not too much committal from him, just gonna get it pretty easily. And when Slark gets a Shadow Blade, who does he look for? Can he pretty much kill everyone but maybe Monkey King, or?
I don't know if he has enough damage to actually... He can kill Bane.
And a Night Stalker, so much armor, tough to bring him as well. And here we go, the 4-man smoke coming from Newbee all the way from top. But look at, we have actually Jarek's showing out. I think there's some people up here, and he's almost on point there. They're going to all run bottom, each team in each other's jungle. And it looks like they might not
that's
find
an illusion.
Oh, and they, even after they didn't proc anything, they knew then. Look at this. He's like, they have to have a ward here, which they do. A little bit to the left.
That's the new chat wheel, right?
Yeah, that looks nice. You can see the eyeball. It actually stays there, huh? Interesting. And now No Tail going for that medallion. I like it, especially with a few pickoffs with Bloodlust. Even they have a decent Roche taking team. We've seen Medallion kind of fall off. We haven't seen many teams purchase it.
I would disagree. We saw No Tail, we saw Ogre
Yeah, that's No Tail, yeah.
picking it up. I mean, he still has it this game as well.
Yeah.
When he was playing Venomancer, he had full Solar Crest.
All right, well, that's No Tail. I meant not in this game in general. I just mean the teams in general. Lacoste, come on, keep up. SCC farming. We're just going to see a Maelstrom. We were seeing Dragon Lances earlier, like day one of the tournament. Dragon Lance into that. Uh-oh, Resolution going to jump on Kaka now. With that Shadow Blade, we're going to see it call come on the other side. Kaka dies easily. Ultimate from Centaur running through. KP going to get zoned out. What a kill. On the backside, though, Faith taking a ton of damage as well from S4. We're going to see a nice grip on No Tail. Those Monkeys are just beating him down. Faith goes down. No Tail still trying to run away. Gets his Q off anyways. Moogie getting a double kill inside of that ring, though. Now it's SCC and Moogie going up against Fly. Radiant Courier actually goes down to No Tail with the one shot, and Fly, you're looking pretty dead, my friend. He's going to jump up, stun him, but unfortunately, he will go down. And well, that's a 4-for-3 trade, but they also killed the chicken. So reasonably easy, but
it was 4 or 5 heroes standing in Monkey King's ring, just trying to fight. That's not how you're going to win a fight. And I mean, Monkey King right now had no damage whatsoever. No damage from Perseverance. He did not have a Demon Edge. Now it's a full Battle Fury.
Treads Aquila Battle Fury. He's doing 166 a hit. And that's without Wukong, the Mastery, procced up. They need to somehow, it's going to be tough, but maybe if Jerix can pick him up, throw him out right when he casts that ultimate. It feels like that's all they have without any Force Staffs. That's going to be so tough to just, they can't really fight around that ult or fight in it. But top lane, they're going to go for the Monkey King, who can unfortunately clear out a wave and just jump out. Will Rezo go in? He's close. Unfortunately, that's a 1 in a million chance to get him. Going for the Echo Saber next. What do you want to see on Monkey King? He's going for the Shadow Blade, so I guess it doesn't matter what you want to see, Lacoste.
That is true. What I want to see is you get a Treant and get the talent that spawns trees every 3 seconds, so they can get you. Huh?
My goodness.
What
Unstoppable. What a tactic. And as for with this blink, we actually haven't seen much from either offlaners. Both of them are kind of playmaking, but neither of them really have. It's been mostly the carries making all the plays for both teams.
Yeah, both of them showed blink daggers, didn't do anything. One failed to stun, the other one called the illusion.
On here we see No Tail. We see him trying to use that plasma field to scout out the Monkey King, but he TP'd away a couple seconds ago. Now Moogie just farming up these stacks. My goodness, this guy is gonna get so farmed. Just playing him like he's an empowered Magnetar kind of player, and he is level 14 now. Level 14, 13 up on the cores of Radiant. Dire falling behind a little bit. They are still in the gold lead, but the cores on Radiant are so much more farmed.
Yeah, I don't think Slark can actually kill anyone anymore. Like, Bane with Raindrop should have enough to survive, and they're moving around their sentries, which is pretty smart. Maybe if he gets Bloodlusted, and once he gets the Echo Saber up, then it could be a different story, but I don't think Slark can find any openings. So he should just try to continue to farm.
That's what I was going to ask. Should they farm or 5-man? Is it too much to 5-man into Wukong and a Blink Axe?
Yeah, that fight set him back a lot. Monkey King's gonna have Shadow Blade in the next minute.
And that is going to be so scary. Not only can he come from the trees, he can come from the shadows. And No Tail just farming up Ancients as well, has the full Solar Crest. Plus drums, he's going for a Shiva's next, just full team fight build there. Nothing crazy like we saw in the SG series.
Well, it's for the armor against Monkey King, if he decides to buy it. And just for the vision where Monkey King is, he has a plasma field and Shiva's guard vision. So if Monkey King is standing on the tree, they can easily spot him.
Makes a lot of sense. We do see bottom tier 2 taking
it makes a lot of sense when I say it.
Yeah, exactly. That's what you're analyzing. Doing a great job of it too,
Thank
Lucas.
you.
You're welcome.
Your play-by-play is amazing, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, bottom lane does get sieged in. It feels like these two, like tier 3 towers, it feels like are harder to kill for some reason, but tier 2 towers go down so much quicker. Like, there's just less defending of them, I suppose.
I guess so. I don't know. I mean, they were buffed, to be honest. They got more armor.
Exactly.
I mean, even tier 1 tower got more armor and more HP. So that statement of yours makes no sense.
Yeah, but
whatever.
It does happen.
Yeah, but for some reason,
exactly. Magic is a real thing, Lacoste, as we have seen in this game. And now We're going to see Resolution going into the jungle. No Echo Saber yet. Moonlight Shadow is going to get popped up, and Dire has not scouted it out. They don't have any wards for this. Resolution might need to be careful. He's inside of here. No one sees each other. But now Resolution's like, wait a minute, my ulti just went down. Somebody's here, and I have no clue who it is. So he just pops out that preemptive Shadow Dance. Jarex, on the other hand, he's in there. He has a Yules. So we have Mana Boots Wand, Yules first on Jarex.
Generation.
Now No Tail Bloodlusted, just gonna run away. Has the plate mill, plenty of armor. But it feels like late game. Isn't it scary going late game against a Monkey King as well as a Mirana? It's a lot of damage.
I don't think they have that good of a late game. I mean, Slark is a beast late game once he's 6 slotted, but he does not have that much farm, 8k.
And they're smoked up again on OG. Resolution gonna pop it just to farm up. Maybe they didn't notice, and here we go. Axe is gonna blink in. He's only gonna find Ogre Magi. Arrow will hit him. No Tail.
Nice stun.
Of damage, and that's a 4-man stun coming out from S4. Moogie might go down the back. He actually gets it off. He's gonna get Yules into midair before the ulti comes out. Might have stayed, but he goes down anyways. No Tail stole so much damage. Gets the double kill. Mirana might be in trouble. Nope. Leaps away. Has one more. And S4, after that first blink stun, hits the 4-man in this team fight.
That was just insane. Jesus Christ, 4-man. Stomp into double edge.
Just a game-changing play. Somehow KP ended up living during that, but they know he's around here somewhere. Oh, the creeps see him. Do they have anything? Nope. He will barely get out of there, and they'll just shrine up here. My goodness, S4, what a play by him. And Jarex, I like what he's trying to do. He's trying to Yules him while Monkey King is casting. He didn't get it off in time, though, which that could have been a problem.
It's either for controlling the Monkey King before casting the ulti or just removing his stacks.
Yep, which is the smart play, is people didn't know if you do have stacks on you, just Yules him, Yules yourself, whatever, stacks are gone. Feel fine with that. Jarex now level 13. He stole Arrow. Arrow's pretty nice one to steal, especially with max telekinesis. Almost like a guaranteed, 3-second stun. But here we go, Shadow's taking Newbee middle. They're gonna find No Tail, and he is just gonna get blown up instantly. SCC has that Hyper Stone, has a full Mjolnir after that kill as well, and we'll get this tier 1 by himself.
So, they just took a minute, tier 1 tower on a mid. Okay, this fight's still gonna go on.
And look at 2 arrows crisscrossing each other. One hits Roche, the other just misses out. And I don't think OG wants to fight this. You just lost your Razor. The tier 1 went down, so he can't even TP back in.
That was extra 500 gold for SCC.
That is a lot of gold for that. Yeah. He gets the 518 from that, and then the tier 1 kill as well. So almost 800 gold in total. And they're just going to take this Roshan down. Who do you want this to go to? You get to Moogie or the Mirana?
Monkey King probably. Before he gets that BKB, they want to have secured either Wukong's command or I was wrong, never mind.
It'll be SC. I understand where you're going with it, but unfortunately wasn't correct. Uh-oh, and they're just going to smoke. Arrow's going to fly through. It's going to split the wickets, unfortunately, for OG. And now Resolution, good go for Hawkeye. He'll leap forward. This should be a kill. Arrow flies. Nice dodge right there. He's just going to ulti. And they're going to try to run away. Will fly down. Look at that attack.
That's Mirana so farmed.
Smokes. Can't bring him down. Nice Yules up from Jarex. He's going to hit that arrow on KP. That's a big one. Cancels Blink as well. They need to be careful, though. S4 is here. Ready to counter initiate if he needs to, but nah, KP will just TP bottom and defend that tier 2. Quick vision on that. They could have easily lost that tier 2 to creeps. And he's gonna have a blade mill flying out. That's a game changer on Axe. You get that full call on someone.
Slark,
that
especially.
is nuts. And Centaur going the other way. He's going for a pipe. Just reduce that magic damage, a full Star Storm plus anything else. Feels good.
I think they're just gonna let the tier 2 tower fall on the bottom. They want to take the next fight once Monkey King has that BKB because bottom picked up that Aegis. Imagine using Mjolnir on Axe with a Blade Mail. He can wipe the whole team.
Yeah, he really can. You get a 3 or 4-man call. Anyone in that call is gonna go down.
Well, that's why, once again, Rubik went for Yule Scepter. You can just Yule him anti-Monkey King, anti-Axe item.
Yeah, that's why Jarex,
that's why
the best
he's Jarex
in the world. Yeah, exactly, not us. And they're just farming up Resolution. Level 15 goes for the 30 attack speed over 20% lifesteal. Pretty standard, actually. A lot of people are like, man, lifesteal when it used to be 10% bad, 20% a little better, but attack speed's just always good on late game carries. It's a free item at one point. now we just see OG team farming the jungle right now while Newbee split farming the jungle. Everyone just in the jungle. Fade level 10 gets that 6 armor versus Slark. That feels pretty good as a Bane.
Well, Mirana has a double damage in a bottle. They can still fight with it. Monkey King 100 gold away from that BKB, then it's go-go time.
Mirana not too far herself, a full 2.2k up, clearing out a stack actually. Going for the level 18.
The big item coming out for S4 is going to be that Aghanim Scepter. 50% damage reduction. Extremely good against the Monkey King's Wukong command.
Makes sense. And do we have a smoke coming out from Newbee? We sure do. They're going to run over. The only person there is Resolution. He doesn't run into the scan, which just went out. And he's just going to run away, try to hide. On their side, OG just moving down bottom as a team. So nothing too crazy. It feels like Newbee's fine with this though, right? They're just farming up, getting their cores a lot tankier than maybe just the no-tail kind of mid-game Razor builds, as well as the Slark, who isn't actually farming that much as he was before. 2k down on the 2 cores of Newbee. And they're just going to pop the double damage, and this tier 2 top is going to go down.
They're
going
to
to
continue.
Yeah, they could continue if they want, and that's going to be a glyph, so they know that glyph's actually down. They ping the base, like you said, and they're going to push this wave so quickly. And now they're backing out. It looks like that was
half
dire.
of the duration still on Mirana. I guess they want to have a BKB before the fight.
That's true. They do have Aegis. They could have done something, but now, yeah, Mirana actually farms up that full BKB and about 100 more gold. Shoot up the arrow, make sure no one's here so he can farm up the jungle himself. And he will. Fly in Resolution. Pretty much Fly's just, he's a glorified bloodlust machine like we've seen all other ogres on Resolution.
Illusion.
Jarex hasn't stolen, I mean, they just haven't seen each other in so long. He hasn't had a spell to steal.
Ogre has what he needs, level 10 plus 60 gold per minute. He's good to go.
Yeah.
He can play like this a 60-minute game easily.
That's it. Used to say he needed a windlace as well. Does he
Yeah,
still
but
need his
Tranquil
windlace?
Boots would be cool. Or and earn something if he can afford.
Man, look at this siege though on this tower. Just Mirana plus the
Love
2
the sound.
illusions. That feels good. We have the full BKB coming out now as well on the chicken.
Just shut up so we can enjoy the sound.
All right, pardon me.
Okay, you can go.
All right. Moogie jumping tree to tree, level 18. And that is a lot of armor now. If he gets that off 20 armor inside of the circle is insane amounts this late into the game even.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Dire
under
will
attack.
scam. See if the Monkey King's just sitting in the tree waiting for him. He's not. And yeah, both teams, I mean, mostly just
Dire's
avoiding
bottom
each
tower
other.
is under attack.
Nothing too nuts going on. We're going to have a 4-staff coming out from Axe next. Kaka, they're just backdooring the bottom tier 1. They're just getting all this free team gold. And SCC is getting all this solo gold by getting every single tower kill
Dire's
himself.
bottom tower has fallen.
And there is the Aegis going down.
Once they get to level 20 with the Mirana and Monkey King plus 50% Boundless Strike and Mana Break, that's pretty huge.
Just a big increase in damage for no cost, which feels good. Kaka still farming up, going for that Aghanims.
Yeah, he wanted to go. Sorry, he wanted to go for Solar Crest. It's good against Razor and Slark, but once you get the Aghanims up, buys a gem, it's gonna be a really hard time for Slark.
And we've been talking about it. It seems like, you know, the warding in this tournament has been a little bit off. We see OG has a nice deep ward as well as a middle ward, so they cover 2 lanes though. So if they want to keep up this farming, they have the wards to do that. And it seems that's what they want to do. Top tier 1 will go down. Middle lane, is that going to be a stolen arrow? It is. But look at Kaka, flies up. He's willing to go in. Arrow actually going to hit the person who stole it from the Mirana. But we'll just back up. Top lane, they might continue to push in here. No tail, bloodlusted. It's going to be a tier 2 for tier 2. Oh, No Tail's so nervous. All they see is Moogie there. So they don't know who's TP'd. If an Axe is there, he's in a lot of trouble. So he'll just back out and, well, tier 2 for Newbee comes down. That is all the outer towers.
Yeah, No Tail is so tanky with 40 armor and the Bloodlust, a lot of attack speed.
Null field level 4.
If he doesn't get the good static link off, he does not deal damage.
Yeah, and that's always the problem of Razor, right? If you accidentally static link someone who's far away, you just lose the team fight because, I mean, you're doing 10 a hit. Moogie, meanwhile, going for a 3rd item. Butterfly. Do you like that on Monkey King? Just avoids a lot of the Slark's damage, I guess.
Yeah, and the Razor. Seems good. Usually Monkey Kings go for something like Scotty because it gives a lot of stats, a lot of armor. Now even what's it called? Status reduction as well.
Status reduction.
Yeah, that's some weird shit in Dota.
Something we're definitely gonna have to get. Everyone's gonna have to get used to eventually. What about what happened to Desolator Monkey King? Like first or even second item, why not just go for it? Is it because Razor has too much armor that -7 just means nothing?
It builds more towards late game without Deso.
Shadows take us.
Okay, now he's gonna get it.
Prize is mine.
Okay, it's a full butterfly, so he has what, one more slot, and that's the Scotty queued up.
And he attacks twice a second now. 0.51. I guess my math is off a little bit, but
No, it's not.
all right, cool. Uh-oh, No Tail is going to get found out. Nice call as well as that, but another stun from S4. We're going to see the arrow actually connect. That's Mirana taking so much damage. Can they get him before the BKB comes off? They do. Resolution gets the kill, but Mugi does so much damage. Willipok Jingu, not yet. He's just going to run away. If they can disengage, that'd be nice. KP's actually in a lot of trouble. He should go down here. Fly Chain at 10 damage, but who cares? He gets that leech off. It's a 2-for-0 trade.
Everything because of that J-God arrow stolen.
Yep.
Arrowed Mirana.
And a nice
Second time.
double stun by S4 again. I don't think he's hit a one-man yet.
I loved what Bane did. He actually bought a gem, brought him to him, and he was afraid that Slark might kill him, so he actually gave it to the chicken right away. Yeah.
Get rid of it. And now tier 2 will get sieged down here by Resolution as well as No Tail, and that was such a good 2-for-0 trade. They still have 6k on the side of Newbee, but man, we see how much damage they can do to the Mirana when they get those stuns off.
Well, yeah, she was perma-stunned, that's why she didn't get any spells off.
Oh
neither
my
BKB.
goodness, they're going to get a grip uphill, and No Tail's in a lot of trouble. They can't cancel it. They finally do it. It's going to be enfeeble on him, but Bane now going to go down themselves, and Jarex actually does steal that Boundless Strike. Like you said, they're just sieging this tower. Mirana's still not alive for 8. They could definitely take this tower. They're going to let the siege units do the work, and look at them go. Axe. Get a call, but he didn't blink, and look at those siege units.
Yeah, wrong number, buddy.
Yeah. Man, siege units go in there and take the tier 3, and that's good. Now they can get some team gold themselves from those shrines, get more vision up on the map. They do know that Bane did have that gem, though, so it's still hard to get wards down for him.
Yeah, if Newbee gets Roshan, the next one with Cheese and Aegis on Mirana, probably Cheese on Monkey King, it's gonna spawn in the next 30 seconds. So that's where the next fight's gonna probably come.
So it seems like, but we do have a smoke actually coming from the Radiant side. Most of Dire in base, except for Resolution, who's in Viz. Almost to level 20.
Oh, they're gonna catch them.
They are. They're gonna get the call. That's gonna be 2 of them. Arrow's gonna fly instantly, kills the ogre. That's their gem. S4 on the backside gets the stun up, not before the ulti comes out from Monkey King. They're just gonna run away now, and well, it's only an ogre, but that was their gem as well. So now 2 gems on the Radiant side, and this Night Stalker, he's gonna have enough time to almost farm up that Aghanims.
That's a pretty huge deal, losing that gem against Mirana.
And right when Roshan respawns as well, and 5-second arrow comes out, and look at this damage. The 200 attack speed from Leap.
No Centaur ulti, they're trying to scan them out, but
all
positioning
in
coming
Roche
out from
pit.
Newbee.
So
yeah,
smart.
I mean, even if you scan inside the Roche pit, if the area is so big, you can actually catch the heroes outside.
But if they're inside, doesn't catch them at all.
No,
Resolution.
but if they're standing outside, usually someone is standing outside the Roche pit, so it catches, and it's red.
Just smart play by Newbee there,
Yeah.
by packing them all inside there like a tight can of sardines. KP, force staff, blink over.
Try any
farming.
creation sardines.
No, my favorite. I hate fish. Just all fish, except shrimp, but they're more crustaceans, I guess. Or my... Actually, I just think I'm stupid. Oh, well, 5-man OG sitting together here. Newbee, 5-man top. And this is what it's been a lot of the game. They're just farming up as teams, and here we go. Another Smoke Ink is going to fly out. They're going to try to run top and see who they can find. If they can jump on Mirana, that'd be nice. Has a full butterfly herself now, and
She has a cheese, actually. Monkey King with
so hard to kill her.
with Aegis.
And here we go, Resolution going to be in the front line. Don't want to go too deep there. Smart. Maybe just farm up that Monkey King, or the Monkey King bar, and then go for a smoke gank. Jarek's in a little bit of trouble here.
What happens when you hit Monkey King with a Monkey King bar?
My goodness, it just becomes a bar, I guess, by diminutive factors. I think I'm just making up words again. I have no clue. We're going to see Moonlight Shadow come out from Radiant Squad. Resolution is maybe They're just invis on invis. Mugi's actually going to jump down. He's going to pop his BKB. Can he get his ulti off? Doesn't need to. Nice call coming out. And then the grip. Resolution as well as Centaur doing so much damage. He does get his ultimate Resolution, but he has to run away. SEC eats the cheese on the backside. Fly just getting beat up by the rings. He's still alive. SEC hits a double kill on No Tail. Fly goes down as well, and that's going to be a 3-for-0 trade.
Yeah. What's cheese used on Mirana though? It's really impossible to fight into Wukong's command plus cheese plus Aegis.
Yep, that is the problem. And man, that was another perfect two-man call coming out from KP into an instant grip on the Centaur. And now they're just going to push in top, it looks like. And I mean, this Mirana attacks so quickly. 0.49 seconds without leap. That's like 0.35 at that point when leaps forward. And that's going to be a buyback from the Razor. We haven't seen the Razor's items in a while. Well, the Razor has the same items as before, which is a little bit rough. And that's a problem when you're 5-manning and you're just letting the Slark farm at that point.
Slark has a full MKB, so against 2 butterflies, which is really good, but I don't think he can actually hit 2 of them.
It's so hard to get inside on both of them. They almost did bring down that bottom before she got BKB and Cheese off, but almost is not quite good enough. Still farming bottom level 20. Gets the 3-second pounce leash instead of 150 dark pack damage. Not that big of a deal. Just
well, it's
you don't see it
anti-Mirana build. Right. If the BKB is popped,
can't get away.
Yeah, she can't get away really.
Smart. And now middle lane actually. Oh, S4 is going to get gone on leap down. Nice 4-staff there from himself. And just barely gets out. Moonlight Shadow is popped again. They need to be careful. Jarex actually could be the one who gets scouted out. Kaka actually gets fogged up by those trees, though. He's still juking. They can't quite get him. And then he blinks away. Nighttime vision, even with the Night Stalker. Not going to be enough. But now No Tail. He's kind of out there. Uh-oh, KP gets his call and his blink canceled, actually. Now Kaga flying forward. S4 is going to get a double stun in the backline, but no one else is there. Solar Crest up on the Night Stalker. Nice sleep, keeping him. And now he's just going to get gripped in this Mirana, eating him alive. It's a 1-for-1 trade. BKB's popped by both members of Newbee. KP getting the battle hunger. Resolution on the backside, killing Faith. Fly goes down as well. They're still blinking forward. Wukong comes out. KP gets the call just to get some armor. Will they get S4? A couple more attacks. Looks like it. He goes down with the machine gun. And just like that, 3-for-2 trade.
Even with the bad placement of Monkey King ulti, they can still win so easily. This Mirana deals too much damage at this point.
And going for some lifesteal. Mugi now getting ran at though. Uh-oh. Wukong does get proc. The Jingu Mastery, pardon me. Have we seen a Satanic once this tournament? Is this gonna be the first one finally on Mirana? Not that it's changed, we just haven't really seen it.
Yeah, I think so.
And oh my goodness, with that double damage. Gotta be careful though. Resolution coming for him right now. I wouldn't say it's an easy kill, but it's definitely a lot easier than before. He's gonna leap forward, and he can't get the leap off. But oh my god, he has double damage. He just dies. And now Jarek's in a ton of trouble too. KP gets that pull, arrow comes out, dunk happens, and well, you just went on a double damage.
Oh, did he have a Shadow Dance ready? I mean, he has it now, but I didn't see.
I didn't see if he did either, but I don't think he knew he was gonna get 4-shot this late in the game. And that's
a 500 damage Mirana. She actually used leap and got the extra attack speed as well.
I don't think she meant to do that. She's like, oh wait, I might as well fight, and just blew him up. And no buyback. Slark. S4 is going to blink forward stun. Mugi though BKBs it, will not get hit by it. No Tail taking a ton of damage. And now Aegis does get popped, but Mugi was full everything anyways.
That's live.
My goodness, the damage from these 2 cores on Radiant side. Well, he goes the +1 Wukong command ring, so I guess we will see how broken, if it is broken.
I hope it's not broken. They're just gonna kill.
They can just uphill siege so easily, like you said. It's so hard to set up against that. We'll find out. Get to eat that ward with the gem that was in front of the tower. Bloodlust wears off.
He has no BKB, that's why he's
has the Eye of
kind
Scotty,
of not
though.
trying to commit to it.
Now SCC just sieging down that range drag so quickly, even with those uphill misses. One more, there we go, 2. Gets it, 271 gold. Has a full Satanic, really, and about 200 gold if he wishes to purchase it. And that guy is going to be near unkillable at that point. Just finish off this shrine, get some more gold. How does OG have the late game to take this, or Is it just
Monkey
they have
King
to fail
is
uphill?
full now. He can swap Shadow Blade, upgrade it, whatever he wants. I think he's gonna sell it, go for more late game item if the game drags. But I think Newbee's gonna close this game.
All right, and S4 blinks for it. No BKB quite used, and they're going to get an instant grip coming out on S4. Here he comes, the Wukong. Look at how big that ring is. They're just going to push forward. Faith in a lot of trouble himself, though. S4 will buy back, and it's a nice grip from Jarex actually onto Mugi, but it won't matter. The ring actually brings him down. A nice triple stun by S4, but they have to back out. And man, Jarex with that clutch steal, but then guess Monkey King was gripped, and Wukong's command just killed him himself. And that was just so much damage coming out. Even with the perfect stuns by S4, the nice stolen grip just isn't enough still.
I don't know. Maybe if they toss Monkey King out somehow with telekinesis. But he has
really
2 charges. What?
Now middle lane.
Is it like 2 charges? I didn't even see if it was used like that.
I don't know. It just looked bigger to me. I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something, but who knows? We'll watch again for next time because OG not going to give up quite yet. The Slark still has dust on himself. He's going for BKB next. Obviously, you want like a Silver Edge BKB. You have a good fight. You have Jarex to steal another grip. I mean, he held that Monkey King in place for like 4 or 5 seconds. Unfortunately, they just didn't have the damage to bring him down, though.
Next Roche, will we see Monkey King with a Refresher Orb,
The double.
which I was talking about for the
mean,
past 2 days, and the double damage.
Yeah, who else would get it besides maybe the Bane for double grip?
Nah.
Besides that, no one else even close to wanting to use it.
Axe for double calm, or you just want to have bottom for a double Mjolnir, BKB, Satanic, 6 leaps.
It doesn't even matter. Just refresh everything. And they're just waiting. There's a double damage top waiting for this Mirana. They might just decide to go top, it looks like. SEC's like, I'll farm on the way over, whatever.
It doesn't show any charges on his status bar for extra ring.
That's interesting. And now he's just farming up some golems, Mugi as that is. And so what do you want him to, you don't want him to get Silver Edge, what do you want him to get? Just a Daedalus even? Just pure damage or what on the Monkey King?
Maybe a Daedalus, right? Yeah, I don't think Silver Edge is good anymore. Just upgrade it.
Yeah. And now they are just going to push an SCC double damage again, and shades of the past when they see him with that.
Satanic.
Look at this.
Satanic.
Yeah, he's bringing it down. Look at that leap attack speed. My goodness, they bring down the melee racks. Do they even have to go over the ranged? He will, because, hey, why not? From the backside, actually, the wraparound from OG. Uh-oh, but there we go. We're going to get a call coming. It's 2 of them on the backside. He's going to jump back. Mugi with the double boundless strike. Dunk comes out. S4 going down. SCC on the backside has already killed the Ogre. It's a 3 for 0. He throws up the arrow, and see you later, Slark. He will go down. Godlike, and only a buyback on the Slark, who will use it. But look at No Tail, gets found out himself. He gets brought down beyond godlike from the Mirana. And this is looking like curtains here for OG. And unfortunately, this is a best of 1. And Newbee is looking to move forward. Good game called from OG. And guess what? Newbee secures some TI points now. And oh, got the quick pause here though. But man, Newbee just played this so immaculately. Even dunks the courier. By KP, they'll kill it. And I mean, it just felt like it came to a lull in the game at, what, 30 minutes when both teams were kind of 5-man farming, and it just felt like Monkey King and
Newbee
Mirana.
could close it earlier if Mirana didn't get arrowed by Jarex there. It's been a completely different game as well.
Yeah,
But
by the old Shrine. It was a really good team fight by them.
overall, really nice calls from S4, I mean from KP, and some clutch stuns from S4, which kept them in game this long.
And then it just feels like Newbee does, I mean, SCC and, I mean, back when he was U9, now Mugi, just always so much farm on those 2 cores, and KP always makes a ton of space for him. So we are going to head to a quick break. Stick around, and we still have 2 more series to go.
Get the alpha, be the alpha.
With the Strafe Esports app, follow your favorite teams and players, and you'll never miss a match again. Strafe, everything esports. Download now on iOS and Android.
All right, folks, welcome back. We're here with yet another winner's interview, and you probably recognize him. It's KP back once again. Congratulations. Can you talk to us about Monkey King a little bit? That's the first Monkey King of the tournament. He seemed pretty damn strong.
I think it's good in melee matchups like Centaur or Slark, for example. We knew they were trying to do the Razor against the Monkey King, but yeah, so we switched the lanes a bit. So yeah, I think his laning phase is like his strongest point. Yeah.
So I was just doing a little bit of research, and you're one of few players that's played in a lot of different regions. You've played in Australia, Korea, as well as China now, obviously. How do they vary? I mean, are the training conditions in China a lot better for you compared to the other regions? Can you just talk about that a little?
So I'll start with Australia. Back then I was like really small and still in university. Everything was just like casual, nothing serious. I had a team, but it was like really casual. And then move on, I go to Korea. Obviously it's like a step up because it's like pro Dota now. And then, so the main differences between Korea and China, I'd say is in China I feel it's more strict. They're more intense, they're more hardcore. Yeah, that's like the main difference I feel.
Awesome. I want to pick your brain about the new change to MMR, the season MMR. First of all, do you like this change? And second, how do you think that's going to affect the pub scene and just Dota as a whole?
To be honest, I'm not really sure about this one. I don't know until I've tried it, I guess. We'll see. I mean, if it ends up being bad, I mean, Valve can always just revert it. Who knows?
That's true. Maybe it gives people a reason to come back and keep playing when that MMR number gets a little stale. One other question, and this one's a little bit out there, but I saw in an interview, obviously, Newbee Boss was one of the teams that had a professional female player. You mentioned it's really all about skill. It doesn't have anything to do with gender. If you're good enough, regardless of what you have downstairs, you should be able to play. Do you think that we'll see more female players come up in the space? I mean, do you have any inside tells there? Is that paradigm changing at all, or was that one player more of a fluke in your opinion?
For what I know, I don't really know any like upcoming female players, so I'm not sure. But yeah, I still stick to what I said. I think if you have the skill, then gender doesn't matter at all. Yeah.
Definitely agreed with you there. You guys have another match coming up. I don't want to take up too much of your time. You're Virtus Pro next. Feeling confident?
Yeah, we're confident. I mean, back in Hamburg, I think we lost to them 2-1, but we kind of threw game one. Second game, we stomped them, and then third game, they stomped us. So, yeah, I feel like we did really well against VP, even though we lost.
Is the dynamic of a best of one against VP a little intimidating, or not so much?
Nah, I think it's irrelevant. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. Good luck going forward. We're going to have a break, folks, and then coming back, VP versus Newbee. Brown boots upgraded to boots of travel. We're back on the panel again with Sunsfan and Trent in the wake of really an action-packed game. That was one of the more exciting games we've seen. We talked about a lot of initiation and counter-initiation. Every fight just looked like chaos.
Yeah, totally delivered, I think, on the idea of KP versus S4. So the whole game felt like just kind of like pulling back and forth between those two. Amazing hoof stomps from S4 and brilliant calls from KP. You can't take anything away from either one of them. But obviously it was KP's squad that got the better edge of this one.
Centaur is a bad hero.
I know.
Oh, no.
It hurts, doesn't it?
I hate to break it to you guys. As much as I love this hero, it's pretty bad. I mean, if they could get to the point, I was waiting for this Aghanim Scepter to finally come out, because that makes a huge deal. But still, even with that, you still need more items. You need like a Lotus Orb to be able to cast everything you need, because I'm assuming you're going to get crippling feared in the fights. You have the idea you need a refresher. Even with that, I don't even know if that's enough in this game because they were just down from, I want to say, 15 minutes on. It was a pretty hard game for OG.
It kind of looked good for OG, right? And then KP found those big plays that he needed, and then we kind of got into, I think it was Graham pointing out, the stale phase. And then when you have a Monkey King who went Battle Fury and a Mirana who, man, she was attacking so fast. I actually can't believe that. And then she's leaping across the whole map. You can't catch her unless it's Slark that grabs her.
That plus 100 attack speed used to be a 25 talent.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. Now is it 15, I think?
It was pretty early.
It's really good. Of course, it doesn't work on teammates, but still.
Yes, yeah, that was the nerf.
I'm starting to feel like we're going to see Potom in that first banning trio more often. We've seen a lot of teams prioritize these position 4, position 5 heroes. Like some of these games, it's been 5 of the 6 bans have been supports.
I had it in the 6 list.
Yeah.
Mirana was in the list.
But, I mean,
I tried.
She looks borderline unstoppable. I mean, this is game after game. Like, we just saw No One have an amazing performance on the hero. SCCC just had another incredible performance. I mean, that moment of the Slark manning up against the Priestess of the Moon, maybe telling of the power of that hero.
Yeah, DD, she was pretty beefy at that point. 14, 2, and 10.
All right, let's be fair here.
Yeah.
Okay, let's be fair.
It didn't look like she had DD. There's a lot of blue cosmetics on these Maranas, guys.
I'm going to be totally honest. I didn't realize she had DD until he died that fast, and I went,
I'm sure he didn't,
my.
He didn't realize it either. I can guarantee you, or else he wouldn't have initiated.
So are you saying that is a moment of cosmetics being maybe too strong, Sunswim?
I can only speak for myself.
Okay.
Yeah, she can be a little too blue at times. DD, I feel like, should be one of these. It shouldn't glow the hero. It should be like an icon above their head.
So it's
like
obvious.
like a solar crest type deal, or the Monkey King Jingu Mastery.
Like a giant dunce cap.
Like a big,
humongous
why a dunce cap? Dunce cap.
Way up on top of the head, but it's blue.
You're dumb and you just hit harder. Is that the nerf? I don't know.
I don't find myself saying this too often, but Suns fan, I really agree with you. I think that might be a warranted change. Make double damage front and center so that there's no confusion.
Let me ask you guys a question here. Why don't you agree with me more often? How often am I right?
Because I am afraid to get debated and agree with sarcasm.
Okay.
That is a legitimate fear, my friend.
Fair enough.
Slacks has really ruined you.
Yeah, dude. Living near Slacks has just ruined me as a person. I don't know what we're doing anymore. But Newbee versus Virtus Pro is going to be our final elimination best of 1 tonight, and then we're going to get into that upper bracket finals. Of course, that is Vici Gaming versus Team Liquid. We've got brackets here to remind us of where we're at. It has been a crazy day. Some hearts have been broken. Fnatic, Immortals, SG, and OG all eliminated from the event, and we have one more team still going home today.
This has been Chinese teams, top 4.
That's right. It's been a sick day as a spectator. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's amazing. It's not often you get to watch like 5 best of 1s in a row. Like, I gotta say, pretty hyped up about it. Been thoroughly enjoying them and looking forward to the last one. On the one hand, yes, it's less Dota coming out from like the same teams, and you have less of that chance to battle up against each other. But it's also pretty entertaining to see what can happen in these matchups.
Yeah, best of 1s have a lot of drawbacks, but from a spectator perspective, oh my, the dream, right, Trent?
The old single elimination, and whatnot kind of arguments. So. Should be a good way to close out the day. See if China can advance directly into the grand final via the winners.
That's actually not going to close out the day, my friend.
No,
there's a best
China
of 3
can.
after.
Did you hear what?
Oh,
see,
there's
you don't
2
listen.
Chinese teams. That's true. I
literally just say go into
continue.
the
I'm
final?
sorry. Can we time lapse 10 seconds?
Okay.
Okay. We're good.
Reboot. Erase it.
Sorry, what were you saying, Trent?
Well, I was saying we'll see if China can advance directly to the grand final today. Via the winners final.
You know, there's a best of 3 at the end of the day. Oh, damn, I did it again. My bad.
Sorry, I know stuff.
All right, things are devolving here on the panel, folks. We need to take a break so we can come back fresh for this final best of 1. More elimination is on the line. Don't go anywhere. Go top off those coffees. Actually, what time? Maybe it's time for a more adult beverage. Top off whatever you've got at home. Come on back because there is still so much Dota coming your way.